Alrighty, welcome back everybody. Today we're working on a project for CSE340. Let's step right into it. We're going to start out here. In our render, we have a database that we need to delete. So we're going to start by deleting this database. And the requirements to delete it is that we actually have to type in the full name as well as the command. We're going to just type it in like this as a copy and paste. I would suggest that if you are worried about deleting something important, that you don't do it like that way. Add new. We're going to make a new one. New database here. This is practicing for if we are going to have this open too long. We're going to call it render.com. The reason for it is render will get rid of your database if you don't use it, and especially if it's on the free format here. Alright, database, we're going to call it CSE340 BL4. And we're going to do the same thing for the user. CSE340 BL4. And that just comes from the fact that I've been doing this over and over again to try to get the perfect audio. Alright, we're creating a database. We're going to do a quick pause while that gets created. And we're back. And the database is now available as it shows here. So we can scroll down and we'll see some data here in the connections area. 5432, our database and username, our password, external database URL is what we need now. We're going to copy that and we're going to switch over to our Postgres thing and we're going to delete this. We're going to remove this server because we need to start over. So we're going to register in this new server here. Let's call it render.com again. We're going to not connect now, but we're going to go over connections. We're going to go to the host name. Like we did before, we copied this information down for the external connection, which is what we're doing. And we're going to get rid of the extra information on there. Now the database name, we have named it CSE340BL4. And the username, CSE340BL4. And then over here, I'm going to grab a password from the other side. Because I'm going to need that soon, I believe. I believe it's in parameters is next. We need this to be set to require connection and general. Alright, looks like it's all there, so we'll save. And we'll try to connect to it. There's our password. We're going to paste that in there. And we're going to click OK. And it looks like we have connected. We've got our databases. There it is, 3BL4. So we've got our databases all started up here. So let's switch back to our other scene. So as you can see, this is where I pulled password from, is right here. So now we're going to go back to our schemas here. You can see that there are nothing here in our schema. Public. And we go to tables and it should be empty. Yep, and types is also empty. Alright, so our next step here is we're going to go and we're going to collect all this code that we had ready from the last time. This code is the creation of tables and everything that we did to make this um, original. And so now we go back here where we will put that code right there. Now that the code's in there, we're going to execute it. And let's see what happens. Oh, I must have done something wrong with my code. Alright. Let's see what happens if we refresh everything here. Still don't have tables and types. Alright, I did something wrong. I'm going to check into my code to see what I got wrong. Alright, we're back. Problem that we found was here. My owner2, I did not change that to BL4. I did not also update up here in our connections to change that to the correct one. Now that that is updated, we were able to press this button here, execute the script, and now we should just have to refresh this. And if everything worked, then we can go down to types, and we have account type. I believe tables, we have account and classification and inventory. And then we also can go down to inventory or classification. And if we find view edit data, all rows, it should load up a bunch of data from our information here. There we go. A whole bunch of data. And the same with classification. Which, let's do it anyway. And there you have it. That's how we do for assignment number 2 in CSE 340. Make sure to subscribe